I got a bunch of Blu-rays for $2 each. Let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Yes, a local pawn shop of mine was having a 50% off sale on their Blu-rays, and a lot of their Blu-rays are super cheap, $4, $5. So with 50% off, that ends up being $2. So here is my stack. I've never been to this pawn shop before because, I don't know, their location, a lot of it's like jewelry, video games, guitars, they kind of cater to that. But so I never really trekked in there, but I looked at their website and said they claim to have over a couple thousand Blu-rays and 4Ks. They didn't have that many 4Ks. They had a shit ton of Blu-rays. Here's this little video of there. That was insane. A lot of normie shit, a lot of the same MCU films, things I don't really care for. But I found a few hidden gems that I've been meaning to watch, and for $2 a pop, I can't pass that up, so let's get it started. I got this pretty sizable stack of Blu-rays. I got this all for under 30 bucks, so that was really cool. Starting off with is, I have the third movie in this series, so I decided when I saw this, the second movie available for $2, I had to pick up Ong Bak 2 on Blu-ray. So see, it normally retails for $3.99. With the 50% off, that was $2. So that's pretty cool. I've heard fantastic things about this series. I kind of want to get all of them before marathoning a bunch of them, but I heard Tony Jaa is an absolute beast of an actor, performer, physical actor. So I'm glad to have this in the collection, and I am super excited to finally watch all of these Ong Bak films because I just heard nothing but fantastic things, insane action sequences. I think this is a Thai movie, I think, or Vietnamese. I'm not too sure. I could be butchering that, but Thai, I think, yeah, Thai boxer or whatever. But the action sequences in these are freaking insane. I saw a few clips of them on YouTube, and just hard-hitting, like total opposite of American action movies where it's all wide punches. This is like close combat things. You see people actually getting hit, so it's absolutely crazy. Ong Bak 2. Yeah, Tony Jaa goodness. So the next movie, I know there is a 4K out there, but for $2, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I wanted to check it out first and see if it's worth it. I know there's a 2-pack, because 1 and 2. And that is the first Equalizer movie on Blu-ray with the slip. I like the kind of like, I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but it's like, there's like embossed raindrops, because it's a picture of Denzel Washington's character in the rain, and they actually embossed the individual, there you go. They embossed every individual piece of like rain or droplet of rain, so that's really cool. But yeah, I've heard really good things about this. I heard this is a really good action film, and I wasn't expecting that for being, you know, an older Denzel Washington, but apparently he's like really badass in it. I've seen that clip where he goes into that poker club or whatever, and that backroom club, and I heard that was fantastic, and I saw that was like really cool. So this was made by Anton Fuqua, which he made Training Day, so I really like Training Day, so hopefully this is good. I'm pretty sure this is a really good film because I've heard so many people rave about it, so yeah. Next is a movie I got for shits and giggles, but it was like $2, so I was like, why the fuck not? And that is the Suicide Squad, this is the Suicide Squad extended cut. I still have yet to see the original, was it a David Ayer cut? Or the David Ayer Suicide Squad? Because I remember being extremely hyped for this movie when it was first announced. And then everyone was just shitting on it. I saw like a Ralph the Movie Maker review for it, and it looked terrible. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna subject myself to that. But then I saw the new Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, and that was fantastic. So I got this. It's the extended cut. I've heard the extended cut is a bit better, so I will go into this with very low expectations. But Suicide, I keep wanting to say the Suicide Squad, but it's not. It's Suicide Squad extended cut, because there's a few scenes with Batman, right, and stuff like that. So maybe worth it for that. Who knows? I don't know what's in the extended cut. I know the theatrical cut is universally like hated upon, so hopefully this is at least a tiny bit better. Next, I made a video about this in my worst 4K Blu-rays, just in general. But the Blu-ray is actually a lot better than the 4K. That is Oblivion, Tom Cruise in Oblivion. I've seen this already. I used to have the 4K until I sold it because it was just so bad. Especially when comparing it to the screenshots of the Blu-ray, it looked absolutely terrible. So I thought I might as well pick it up on Blu-ray because I actually did quite enjoy this movie. It's not the greatest, but I kind of like its sci-fi elements. I like me some Morgan Freeman, Tom Cruise, so thought I might as well pick it up on Blu-ray the actual way to watch this movie, not the damn 4K. Next is a movie that I've heard fantastic things about, and that is Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler. I think I've seen this once, like a long time ago. I remember it being extremely depressing, so who knows? But Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler, Darren Aronofsky, and you know me, I myself am a pretty big wrestling fan, and I'm not gonna be like, I used to. I still am a pretty decently big wrestling fan. I watch all the older stuff, even though I don't really watch much of the new stuff. I still go back here and there and watch things from my childhood, things from the 90s and stuff like that. So The Wrestler, I didn't realize this was nominated for 2 Academy Awards, Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress, Marissa Tomei and Mickey Rourke. That's crazy. I think this was Mickey Rourke's comeback, right? After Sin City, and then a couple years later he did The Wrestler, and that was like boom boom, he's back in action, and now I think he's like scheduled to play or to perform in a Martin Scorsese film or something like that. So that's crazy. So yeah, Mickey Rourke, best rags to riches, then back to rags, and now back to riches. And then speaking of Sin City, I got Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I heard it was pretty mid, but I absolutely love the first Sin City movie. For $2 with this really nice looking slipcover, I couldn't pass it up. I don't think there's ever going to be a 4K out there, who knows, but it's a 3D Blu-ray, even though I don't have a 3D setup. It's just cool to have, and there's no like thing that indicates that it's a Blu-ray, so if there ever is a 4K and it doesn't come with a slip, I am ready, or I'll just make one myself, who knows. Next is Cliffhanger. All these are $2. I haven't seen this movie yet. I've heard really good things about the 4K. I just want to know personally if this is a good movie, then I'll probably pick it up on 4K, because it's not the most expensive. I think the least I've seen it for was like $14, so I'll probably pick it up if this is a good movie. But for the meantime, I got here Cliffhanger on Blu-ray, a region-free Blu-ray from TriStar. So Cliffhanger, lend me some Stallone. And then next is a Michael Mann movie that I haven't seen yet, that I haven't really heard much about this, but it stars Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell, and that is the unrated director's cut for Miami Vice. This seems pretty cool from what it looks like. Love me some Michael Mann, but again, it is early 2000s, and okay, it's 2008, so it should be fine. But the unrated director's cut, sometimes that's just keywords to make people buy it physically, because like, why would I buy the movie again? Who knows? But it comes with this nice, I love these little inserts for like the old school. No, these aren't old school, it's 2008. It's a few years after Blu-ray came out, but this is when they're like, oh guys, BD Live. You guys remember BD Live? Fuck that shit. That shit used to anger me because they'd re-update like advertisements and stuff. So instead of just seeing like, the old school like advertisements, they'd update the Blu-ray disc to show newer things, and it was terrible, because one of my favorite things about collecting VHS and having VHSs are seeing those like really cheesy early 2000s and 90s and even 80s those advertisements. Like I remember being a kid watching the Spider-Man 2 VHS and seeing the trailer for Hitch, and that was just, I've never seen Hitch before, I still haven't, but just that commercial, it just brings back a lot of emotional feelings. A lot of nostalgia. Next is Snatch on Blu-ray. It's still sealed for $2. I heard the 4K wasn't very good, so I thought for $2 for the Blu-ray, it's a no-brainer. This is a Guy Ritchie film that I haven't seen yet, but I've heard really good things about it. It's a stacked cast. Benicio del Toro, Dennis Farina, Vinnie Jones, Brad Pitt, Jason Statham, and the like. So heard great things about it, and I heard the 4K wasn't too impressive. So I thought for $2 on Blu-ray, I mean, how can you pass that up? Alright, here we got a couple more. This is a guilty pleasure of mine, not really, but I grew up during this era, when Robert Rodriguez had kids and he decided he wanted to make kids movies. I ate that up like clinically prescribed opioids, because dude, Spy Kids 2, one of my favorite childhood movies. Don't judge me, okay? I still haven't seen this in such a long time, but I still prefer the first Spy Kids, but I haven't seen this in such a long time. It was on Blu-ray for $2, so I thought I had to pick it up. I have freaking Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So I'm slowly collecting all of my childhood films that I used to like. That I own these on VHS, but it's time to upgrade to Blu-ray, baby. I got here 9. I remember seeing trailers for this when I was a kid, and it looked really interesting. I still have yet to see it, but I've heard it's really, really good. So I love me some. I think it's like stop motion animation kind of thing. I'm not too sure, but it is a Tim Burton film. Tim Burton and Timur Bekmambetov. So I'm pretty sure that's the animator or the animation director. So yeah, 9 on Blu-ray. And the last pickup is a movie I haven't seen yet, but I've seen the History Buffs movie for, or History Buffs video for, and it seemed really interesting. And that is Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. I've heard decent things about this. I think when it comes to, like, when I first saw like the poster for this or heard about this movie, I giggled to myself, really? The Last Samurai is Tom Cruise? But apparently it's actually, I think it's based on facts, and it was it's a pretty good movie. So yeah, so The Last Samurai. Hey, editor's note, I got so many Blu-rays I forgot to mention I also picked up Elysium on Blu-ray, mainly for the slip, and also because I've been meaning to check this movie out. I've heard mid things about it. Actually, I haven't heard nothing about it, but I love me some Matt Damon, I love me some Jodie Foster, so yeah. And it's also from Neil Blomkamp, so I really like District 9, so hopefully this is decent. And then lastly, I picked up Surf's Up. I thought I picked up the other movie, Happy Feet is what I meant to pick up, because that was made by the director of Mad Max, and I was very intrigued, but I got the wrong movie, wrong Penguin movie, so yeah, those are the pickups. Alright, so those were all of the pickups today. I had a pretty decent haul. $2 Blu-rays. Can't really pass that up. I wanted to get more, but there wasn't really much out there for me. A lot of the same Rambos, Rockies, Fast and Furious movies, MCU films, that kind of stuff, which I really don't care for. But I was able to pick out a few gems from the stack, and as you can see, they had a shit ton, so I couldn't really go through everything, so I feel a bit under, like, I feel like I could find more stuff, but whatever. Anyways, that was today's video. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I've been Mace from the Maka Buster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, shares, long live physical media, and boom.